Hi, I'm David Kelly, President and CEO of Chakana Copper. Chakana Copper is a junior company exploring the Soledad project in the Ancash province of Peru. We've made a very important discovery and put out a small but high-grade resource on a small portion of the project. And the exciting aspect of our program now is we have a new permit that opens up the entire southern half, giving us access to some really exceptional tier one targets that I'd like to talk to you about today.
Dave, as always, good to have you back. Things I want to talk to you about first, though, is you've announced this private placement. Has that closed yet?
The first tranche closed on Friday, and we're working on the second tranche, and I'm confident we'll have that closed in just a few weeks. The response was very good in tranche one. Gold Fields came in not only participating, but moved up from 17.4% equity position all the way up to 19.9%. So they maxed out, put in $342,000, and they're our lead order going into the second tranche at $275,000.
Right. Okay. So that's closing soon. And look, I think it's interesting to me. There are companies in the market have gone out to raise money, haven't been able to, and there's companies that have gone out to raise money and have been able to do so. But both have something in common. They've chosen to raise money in a very, very difficult market at much depressed share prices. So why did you feel you needed to do this now? Could you not have waited?
Yeah, I mean, mining is such a slow industry to begin with, right? We've got this permit. We want to move forward. We want to advance this project. We waited long enough, as you know, to get that permit in the first place. So we're anxious to get the drill started again and move forward. People have said to me that, the market should be stronger in January. You might want to wait till January. Well, that might be true, but there are a lot of other people that are waiting for January too, right? So we're moving ahead now. We have really good support in the financing. I want to get it closed. I want to have the money in the bank. I want to move forward and plan our program. People can fight it out in January, and I hope it is a good market. I would love to see the juniors get more capital inflow into the programs that are out there. There's some great projects that need to be funded, but we're moving ahead, and we want to keep the momentum going on our project.
Okay, so then I guess the next important question is, why haven't you done this? Was that just around the kind of the permitting issue?
Yeah, it had a lot to do with permitting and having the right of way to get out there and do the work that we need to do. I mean, we've got a very exciting 2,400 meter drill program set to test the Mega Gold target, which that's an exceptional porphyry target. We've always known that our tourmaline breccia pipes, which is where our resource exists, are related to an intrusion, right? And many have speculated that this intrusion is a mineralized porphyry. It certainly has all the hallmarks for being a large mineralized intrusive center driving this. We see all the classic aspects that you would expect to see in a porphyry target that would be driving such strongly mineralized breccia pipes. And now we have the permit to go test it. It's completely, the target is completely defined. In addition to the porphyry, we have a high sulfidation epithermal target. So we're able now to explore the entire mineral system, whereas before we were somewhat limited to exploring the high-grade breccia pipe part of the system. We have lots of more breccia pipe targets to test. We have 53 in total that are already defined, many of which are high-grade outcropping tourmaline breccia pipes. But now we're swinging for the fence here, Matt. This is the time to really see what this project can deliver. Gold Fields has been there patiently since 2019. They put in over $12 million since 2019, and they're still putting in money. So that tells you how excited they are about this target.
Right. Okay. And you're swinging for the fences is an apt phrase, right? Because I say, you're raising. So what are you looking to raise in total here? How much?
2.2 million.
2.2 million. And you said 2,400 meters of drilling. You've got to get this right straight out of the gate. You've got to go for your highest prospect targets from the get-go, because I think if people, I guess the market is saying, well, if they can't do it now, are they ever going to be able to do it? So How are you coming at this? What are you going for first?
Well, we're going for the mega gold target first. It's the porphyry target that sits right in the middle of our project. It's right in the middle of if you draw a circle, and it's actually an oval shape, it's about 6 kilometers long by 3.5 to 4 kilometers wide. That encompasses the 103 tourmaline breccia outcrops we have. Right in the middle of that is the porphyry target. It's not a deep target. It actually sits fairly shallow. The top of sulfides, as estimated from our IP induced polarization geophysical survey, suggests that the top of the sulfide shell is 125 meters below surface. It has a very strong geochemical expression at surface in gold and molybdenum. It has pervasive alteration. We have veinlets with quartz, tourmaline, and quartz, pyrite, chalcopyrite, all the hallmark things that you would want to see. And then the IP anomaly itself is spectacular. So, everything stacks up. And I'm not sure if you're following the news on what's happened recently with Hercules Silver.
Certainly am. We kind of recommended them 18 months ago. So yeah, they've really knocked it out of the park. But what's that going to do with you?
Well, so Hercules Silver had a very similar strategy. They were in a district with very high grade silver veins. We've got the high grade tourmaline breccia pipes. Both systems are related to an intrusive center. They did very thorough systematic exploration work, much like we have. They had a very prominent geophysical anomaly that sits beneath their high-grade veins. We have a very prominent geophysical survey response that sits right in the middle of our mineral system. And they recently put a drill hole down, the first drill hole, to test their porphyry target, and they hit 185 meters of 0.84% copper with some molybdenum and some silver in porphyry-style mineralization. With a single drill hole, their stock has gone from 6 cents a year ago to $1.25 yesterday, a 1,350% increase in their stock value. Just a remarkable result. So I have a few slides I can show you that show you some of the similarities between what we have. The first slide that's on the screen is a cross-section from north to south in our Soledad project in Peru. You can see on the left side or the north side, the geology is dominated by these red tourmaline breccia pipes. They are definitely sourced from an intrusion at depth, but we think those intrusions are relatively deep, and that has to do with the aspect of topography and your increasing elevation as you go to the north. But as you go across the valley, you cross the Lincuna Fault with a big, large regional structure that's really important in localizing mineral districts along its entire extent. You cross over and you arrive at our porphyry target. It's called the mega gold target, in part in response or reference to the large geochemical anomaly that defines it. And that's the porphyry target. And if you continue to the south, you go up in elevation again, you get more distal to the intrusion, and there is a high sulfidation epithermal system that has all the characteristics. We've done all the detailed mapping and alteration studies of that. So there are two very important big bulk tonnage targets to test on the south side as a result of getting this new permit in June of this past year. So if I just move forward to one slide further, this is the geophysical anomaly that defines the mega gold target. It's a induced polarization survey. It's a type of survey that's commonly done in porphyry exploration. And the top diagram shows a cross-section through chargeability, which is essentially mapping the distribution of sulfides in the rock. And you can see there's two different types of features. There's a vertical intrusion-like IP response. It has a diameter of about 600 to 700 meters. It had vertical walls. It's very strong in its response. It's over 40 millivolts per second IP response. And then there's more of a flat-lying, more of a manto-like or stratabound-like feature. This is very characteristic and common of high-level porphyry systems where you have fluids moving laterally within favorable stratigraphy. Oftentimes, lithocap systems and high sulfidation epithermal systems have this type of signature. So we're seeing both of those types of signatures related to this porphyry target. Now I move forward to a cross section from Hercules Silver's Hercules project in Idaho, and you can see all the shallow drilling. That's where their veins historically had been drilled and worked in the past. Again, this group came in and looked at the big picture. Yes, there's high grade veins. What do they relate to? They likely relate to a mineralizing intrusion. They did the work. They developed the target and they drilled the target. And so they've got one hole into this geophysical anomaly. That's a chargeability response, just like I was showing you on our project. Their response there is greater than 25 millivolts. Very large feature. It's got over a kilometer strike length. One drill hole into it, confirmed porphyry mineralization, and the rest is history.
It is history. Some whatever. I think they were sort of up around 240 at one point, but they're sort of sitting at around 180 million market cap off the back of that burst. What was it? Beginning of October, I think people started to take notice. And obviously Barrick in there now as well with 24 million bucks or so. I want to be really I want you to be candid here. It's always easy to take parallels with the best in the market and say we're like them. What gives you that kind of confidence? You kind of outlined some of the features which are the same, but obviously they got a lot of drilling into this thing. What are you going to be able to achieve to kind of prove your thesis that it is similar to what they've got with 2.2 million bucks? How do you get after that?
Well, the 2,400 meter drill program that we've planned, and we have more targets than we can drill with this 2,400 meters, no question. In fact, when we worked with Gold Fields, our strategic investor, to develop the targets for the drill program, we came up with 5,000 meters. I mean, that's the ideal budget, but we're in a tough market here, and even though I think I could raise that money, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think if we can get a few drill holes in our target and demonstrate very significant mineralization outside of the tourmaline breccia pipe sitting in this same mineral system, it's going to help us immensely. I think there will be a response. I would love to see a response like these guys have seen. We've got the same quality target, in my opinion. It's attracted the likes of Gold Fields, who's put in 12 million. Hercules Silver attracted the likes of Barrick, who put in 24 million. So I think just having a strategic investor like that is huge. It validates the concept. These guys don't throw money around, right? They're accountable to their shareholder, just like the junior sector is, and they have tremendous depth in their technical ranks, right? I mean, the technical acumen of the Gold Fields team is some of the best I've seen in my career. I mean, they're really, really outstanding, seasoned explorers that have had success in their careers, and they take deep dives on these things, right? They look at every aspect, and I'm sure Barrick did the same thing on this thing. They didn't just jump in and say, we've got to be first in, let's just throw money at this thing. I'm sure they did their homework, and so I'm excited to see this kind of response in the market. I'm excited for the quality of our target. It's been a long haul for us to get here, but we're here now, and we'll finish this financing, and then we're on to a very, very exciting exploration stage at the Soledad project.
Right. So give me the timing. When's the drill start turning? When do we start seeing numbers?
Well, the second tranche is due to close December 2nd. So things will wrap up on the financing side by the end of the year. I would love to start in January, but as you probably know, January and February are the hardest, most intense parts of the rainy season in Peru. So I think, March 1st is our target date to get out there and start. We've got road building and platform construction to start with, and we'll get out there, and it'll be a little bit safer and more manageable in March. We've got lots to do in preparation to get there. As you know, we're also working on the high-grade resource that we currently have on the project. It's looking very, very good, just as the kind of asset that can go along with porphyry discovery as well. It too adds lots of value to the project. We're doing a geometallurgical study through Coates at the University of Tasmania now on that, and we're doing internal studies on that. So we have a lot to do. We've ratcheted down our cost structure we're dedicated to making sure that the investor dollars goes into the ground for exploration and advancing the project in a very, very meaningful way.
Okay, David, appreciate the update. Good luck with the rest of the closing that second tranche. Nice to see Gold Fields still intrigued and involved with this thing. Stay in touch, okay?
Thanks a lot, Matt. Appreciate it.